Hello again, Professor Aucoin with you. The last time I posted, I talked about how everybody in the group had their own DAW that they did their recording on, and they got the tracks to me. Well, today I just want to talk in a very general way about how we got the tracks in, and to give you an idea how we put it together. It starts off with the tune. I wrote the tunes on this record. So I knew what I wanted generally, and I would come up with maybe a loop of some sort, or I would program a drum beat that would kind of catch the essence of what I was going for. Then I would play the bass line along with it. Then I could play a little bit of guitar. I'm an adequate guitar player. I played enough guitar to be able to kind of play the chords out so people could hear what was going on. And then I would put a scratch vocal on. Once I had this done, I had essentially a template for what the tune needed to be. I was able to save that as a WAV file and also as an MP3, and I would just send MP3 files to all the players. The thing that was most challenging was to decide, who do I send it to first? Do I send it to the drummer first? Do I send it to the piano player first? Do I send it to the guitar player first? It kind of just depended on what kind of feel I wanted to get on the tune, who I would send it to, and then these musicians, being the great musicians they are, responded to what they heard that was recorded before then. As I would get a new track in, I would incorporate it into the mix, and then I would send that out to another player. So essentially, I had only one track for one tune out at a time because I wanted everybody to hear what everybody else did before they played. And it ended up being a very good way of doing it. And by varying who I sent the tracks to, not always sending them to the drummer first, not always sending them to the piano player first, I was able to get a little bit of spontaneity that I think wouldn't have been there had I sent it out to everybody at the same time. And there's some interplay going on that would make you kind of scratch your head a little bit and go, wow, it sounds like those guys are playing together. But in reality, we're all sitting in our own houses doing this, being COVID safe. So the hardest part in this project to me, believe it or not, was waiting to get the tracks back from all the players. It was excruciating because I knew I've done my part. They should get their part. They should play their part and get their part. But they all have lives. They all have jobs. And I learned a lot of patience doing this. But the beautiful thing about it is every time I got a track in and I imported it so that I could hear it in the mix, it was like opening a present. These guys are so wonderful, and it was so much fun to do it that way. And eventually we got all the tracks in. It took a long time. It took probably 7 months to be able to get all the tracks in to where I could sit down and start doing a serious mix. But that's how we got the tracks in, and that's in a nutshell how we did the recording. So thanks for listening again, and I'll be back with more information. Bye-bye.